Hi, my name is Yuvraaj Trehan, student at Coventry University. This is my submission for 6004 CMD mobile app development. I've built a personal finance tracker called PoundPal using .NET MAUI and C Sharp. It uses Firebase authentication for secure login and Firebase Firestore as a cloud database. Let me walk you through the app. Before I show the app, here's my Firebase project called PoundPal. You can see Firebase authentication is enabled with email and password sign-in, and here is the Firestore database where all transactions data is stored in the cloud. I will show these updating live as I use the app. So the app opens to the login page. I will register a new account first by tapping the sign in button here. I have entered the details here. If I click create account, the account is created and I'm taken straight to the dashboard. Now let me quickly show you in the Firestore. So if I go to authentication, you can see the new user has been listed here. This confirms that our cloud authentication is working. If I go back to the app, this is the dashboard page. It shows my total balance, total income, total expenses. Have three quick actions here: add transaction, budget goals, and the category analysis. At the bottom, I have a navigation bar for four different tabs: dashboard, transaction, reports, and profile. Firstly, I will add a few transactions to show the app working. So I have entered the details. As you can see, the title, coffee, the amount, and you can choose category from the category lists of chosen food and drink. And if I save that, the transaction's been saved successfully. Now let's add an income as well. And the income's been added. Now let's check Firestore. If I come here and this, as you can see, both documents have been created in the cloud under my user ID here. So that's the income and that is the expense. Next, I'll show you the transactions tab. So if I click on transaction, this tab shows all my transactions. Income amounts are shown in green with a plus sign. Expenses are shown in red with a minus sign. I can search by name. Watch what happens when I search for coffee. The list filters in real time. Let me clear the search now and show you how to edit a transaction. If I swipe left on any transaction and click edit, so it takes us back to the transaction page, and let's say the coffee is five now, and I save the changes and go to my dashboard. As you can see, it's been updated successfully. Now let me show you the delete option as well. If I go back here, swipe left and click delete, the transaction has been deleted. And let's check Firestore. As we can see, the transaction's been deleted, only the income is there. Next, let's go back to the app. So next I'm going to show you the reports page. To demonstrate this page better, I went back off camera and added a few more transactions. So here you can see the spending analytics. At the top I have summary cards showing the total savings, the average monthly spend, the top category where the money is being spent, and the number of transactions. Below that is a donut chart showing spending broken down by category, and below that is a bar chart showing monthly expenses over the last 6 months. The charts are powered by the Microcharts library and update in real time from Firestore data. Next, I'm going to show you the budget goals page. So I'll go back to the dashboard and the budget page is this. So the budget goals page lets me set a monthly spending limit. I'll set a budget of £500 for this month. So if I go to £500 and I do save budget, so as you can see, we had already spent £40 and our budget is 500. So minus 40, we have 460 remaining. So the set budget is saved to the Firestore, and this progress bar updates to show how much of my budget I've used from my spending categories. The bills, health, and savings are excluded from the budget as they are essential payments. And as you can see, the budget goals has been added here with 500 as our limit. Let's go back to the app and then I'll show you the analysis page. So if I go to analysis, this is the category breakdown page, shows a detailed breakdown of spending per category. Each category shows the total amount of spent and the number of transactions. This gives a clear picture of where the money is going. Next, I'll show you the profile page. The profile page shows the account information, my username, my email, and when I joined, my total transactions, my total income, my total expenses, and the net balance I have. Next, if I click on About PoundPal, this page shows app information, features, the tech stack used, and the developer details. And finally, I will try and log out. Logging out takes me straight back to the sign up page. And next, here is my GitHub repository hosted on the Coventry University GitHub organization. As you can see, the commit history, which is spanning over the last 2 weeks with 16 commits across multiple branches, main, development, feature, auth, feature reports, and feature transactions, showing a professional Git workflow with feature branches and merges. Finally, let me briefly show you my project structure in VS Code. As you can see, the app follows a strict MVVM architecture with separate folders for the models, the view models, views, services, interfaces, converters, and controls. This demonstrates clear separation of concerns. And here is my MAUI program.cs, which shows our dependency injection setup. You can see Firebase authentication and Firestore are registered as singleton, and all the view models and pages are registered as transient services. This is explicit usage of the DI and repository patterns. Next, I'll show you one of my interfaces, transaction repository, which defines the contract for all data access. The concrete implementation behind this interface makes the HTTP calls to the Firebase Firestore. So that concludes my demonstration of PoundPal. The app uses Firebase authentication and Firestore for cloud integration, follows MVVM architecture with 10 view models, implements the repository pattern with interface abstraction, uses feature branches in Git, and provides a fully functional personal finance tracking experience. Thank you for watching.